All right, and here we go. Welcome to Films in Black and White, everybody. Welcome to Films in Black and White, everybody.
Skibbity bop, skibbity bop.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Hey, beatboxing it up here on Films in Black and White.
That's
Hope
a
everybody's
straight
doing
scat.
all right.
Scatting like the Cotton Club.
I hope everybody's doing okay wherever you are at. Hopefully you are staying cool. I am coming to you live from the 7th circle of hell, where it is unbearably hot.
Welcome to Dante's Inferno.
That's exactly where I am living. But yeah, it's good to be with y'all. It's good to be here with you all on this wonderful Monday evening. Gentlemen, one Marcus J. Destin and Brian Roush, how y'all feeling?
Pretty good. I'm gonna let Brian, go ahead, take it away.
No, I'm good. I'm good to be here. I'm so happy to be here. I love this space because whatever day I've had, I can come here and I know I'm gonna smile and I know we're gonna talk about some fun stuff. So I'm feeling good.
We're glad we can do that for you,
Yeah,
Brian.
for
It's
sure.
important to us that we can do that for you.
Safe spaces matter.
Absolutely. Marcus, how you feeling?
Oh, same thing. We were just talking shit about some people before this podcast, but I was talking shit about people. These two
No,
holy molies.
I love
I'm just kidding.
talking shit with zero consequences is one of my favorite. It's like my pastime.
And
one of my
it's
favorite
not
things
really
to do.
talking shit if you're right and
Also,
they're wrong.
also,
I mean, yeah,
I
that's
used
fair.
I used to tell people I wouldn't say it if I were lying. I'm only going to tell you things that are the truth. So that's just kind of where it's at. So, but it's wonderful to be with everybody here. We are glad you are joining us. I want to update everybody on, I'm going to call it Catch That Quotable Gate that took place last week. We put it to the audience to let everybody know whether or not Mr. Butterscotch Soda himself were able to achieve that point. And we are pleased to announce that Marcus got enough votes and his submission counts.
Interesting.
It
Yes,
does not matter to me, though. I'm still going to call him Mr. Butterscotch Soda himself.
Call me what you want, but you can't call me broke.
That's true, because he got that point.
Mr. Number 9.
That's fair. It's fair.
All I'm saying is that Butterscotch Soda got him a point, and I will
I just
not
wanna
forget
say,
this.
I
I will
listened
not
to-
forget this.
I listened to that 4 times and I was right. I've never been more rightfully deserving of a point than I was for that. So I just
5
wanna
out
let
of
y'all
5
know
Marcuses agree that
5
Marcus was
Hey,
right. Got it.
hey.
I understand. I
as
hear
long
it.
as we get there, that's all
That's
that
fair.
matters.
That's fair.
That's fine. That's fine. I will remember this.
Yeah, that's where we're at, y'all. That's where we're at. Well, so based on that, we got to update everybody on the standings. And here we are. Brian and Marcus are tied with 11 points apiece. And I am still kind of looking at them from outside with 9 points. They're at a fancy restaurant.
You're closing the gap, though.
I didn't have the
Yeah, you're
cash to
close.
get in. But that's where we're at. So, gentlemen, we got to settle this. One of y'all have to figure out who's going to go first and who's going to control the board this week. So, how would you all like to do it?
Butterscotch Soda, please. Butterscotch, please take it away, please.
All right, Marcus, you're in charge of the board this week. Who do you want to have go
Alright.
first?
Well, let's let the loser outside get some love. So
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I'm glad you
Yeah.
did that. I'm glad
wow.
I'm glad we took time to
everybody
do
keep
that.
calling me butterscotch fucking soda. I'm gonna
That's
be mad.
true. We
You brought this on yourself.
Somehow I'm gonna flip butterscotch soda into a racist term, and you won't be able to say it.
That is the downside. That is,
Yeah,
you know
it
what
is.
though? That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Is it?
That's a risk I am willing to take. So yeah. All right, gentlemen, are y'all ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
My 9th grade science teacher always said that if you put a frog in boiling hot water, it would jump out. But put it in cold water and heat it up gradually, it would slowly boil to death.
What the fuck? What type of serial killer shit is this?
My 9th grade science teacher always said that if you put a frog in boiling hot water, it would jump out. But put it in cold water and it would heat up gradually. Heat it up gradually, it would slowly boil to death. Sorry, I got distracted halfway through reading that.
I have heard this, so it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me when you say
Okay.
it, but I know I've seen this movie.
I feel like you probably have.
What is it? This sounds like something Jeffrey Dahmer's would do, some type of freaky deaky shit.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I feel like it's maybe a heist. Like I feel like they're talking about a plan of like, hey, remember this 9th grade project? But I can't zero in on it right now.
Okay.
Or this is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles uncut.
That's true. Could be. Y'all ready for that
Turtle
hint?
cut. Yeah, hit that hint, please.
I want to wait till Mr. Butterscotch gets his headphones back on.
Once again, almost racist.
Close.
fine.
It's very close.
It's very teetering
gentlemen.
the edge.
Your hint is lava.
Damn. Lava. You know what? I want to guess that Tommy Lee Jones movie. I can't remember the name of it. All I remember on the poster is like, you're gonna have a hell of a time.
That was a good.
I think it's called Volcano. I think that was called Volcano. So I'm gonna go with Volcano.
That is incorrect.
Is this Dante's Peak?
Brian, this is Dante's Peak.
Oh my
because it's
God.
hotter than hell. It's hotter than hell in my apartment, so I went with Dante's
Yes!
Peak.
That's
Yep.
great job,
This
Brian.
is good. I
That's
feel like
good.
a lot of times I'm like, I know this movie, and then
Yeah,
I
you
get
got
the
it.
John Cusack bit.
Yep,
and,
that's right.
And I totally whiff. Oh, that
How
was
the,
nice.
fuck how the fuck I just tied up and Brian gets out of here?
1997's Dante's Peak, starring Piers Brosnan.
Yup.
And so yeah, Piers
What's
Brosnan.
the plot of that movie?
The
Oh my
plot
gosh.
of that movie is like he plays like a seismologist,
Yeah.
and he gets called into this like remote mountain town because a volcano that they thought was like dormant isn't actually dormant, and it basically blows up.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah.
Linda Hamilton
Linda
from Terminator
Hamilton.
2
Yep.
as the other lead. And
that's
this it's like Twister, but a tornado.
That's what I was
Basically.
thinking. I was like, this sounds like Twister.
Yeah.
Yeah. It basically is Twister, but like a volcano.
Cute.
The highlighted scene in this, the like jump the shark scene of this like 90s action movie is when they have to like the lake that's in the Dante's Peak near
Mhm.
there is it's like boiling and the fish are dying and they're flying up because the water's getting so hot because the volcano's going to erupt, and they somehow find a way to like float a boat across the lake. Like
That's
it's
right.
too hot for them to have fish in there, but yeah, that little like rubber boat's going to make it. So there you go. That's it. But yeah, good job, Brian. Well done.
Well, shucks.
Yeah, that was great, Brian.
I
you
appreciate
deserve
the
that.
support, y'all.
You
All right,
deserve
Marcus,
that.
who's going
You
next?
see
You or
how,
Brian?
see how I support you all, but you don't support me? Anyway,
I had the name of the
actually,
movie.
Brian, I think you Brian,
I
think you
named the movie.
It doesn't matter. I already got the point. Brian, I think you should go next.
I would love to. It would be my genuine pleasure. I came up with this with Maggie, so that's like kind of a free hit, maybe.
Oh.
But
Okay.
we're very excited about this one.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of the man who wants 10 nuclear weapons, Colonel. I'm terrified of the man who only wants one. All right, one more time for everybody. I'm not afraid of the man who wants 10 nuclear weapons, Colonel. I'm terrified of the man who only wants one.
Automatically, I'm thinking Bruce Willis.
Okay.
Like maybe a Die Hard. Also, what other came to me was the Incredible Hulk for some reason. No idea why.
There's
But-
this. My brain's going a little bit of in a different direction because that you would always be afraid of somebody who wants 10 nuclear weapons.
Could be a 007 movie.
Never
No,
be.
you want the guy who's afraid of one because he's got a target for it.
That's fair. Anyway, Brian, what's that hint? I want that hint.
All right.
Is it stressful to give us the hint?
It is a little stressful to give a hint because so I feel like I'm gonna err on the side of maybe a little bit too much rather than not enough.
Okay.
This
What do you
sounds
got,
like
Brian?
a war movie. What movie is that? What they're like?
It's gonna be more than one word, but it's gonna be Soviet Union collapse. I'll say that.
Oh shit!
Soviet Union collapse.
What's the name of that movie with What's the name of the? Oh no, that's not Soviet. I was thinking of the one with Tom Cruise and he's like, "You can't handle the truth."
Oh, A Few Good Men.
Few
It's
Good
not A Few
Men.
Good Men.
There's another one with somebody used to. Oh wait,
I'm gonna let Marcus think of this
Okay.
quietly to himself, so he doesn't
Okay.
butterscotch soda himself. Brian, is this Doctor Strangelove?
It is not Doctor Strangelove.
That felt it a little like satire-y, so I was like, well, maybe. But
Wait
anyway.
a minute.
It's all right.
Okay, Brian.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Does this? You know what? I'm so sick of this shit. I am so sick of this shit. You hear me? I'm sick of it. Okay, I'm sick of the disrespect. I'm not gonna
I
tolerate it.
didn't say anything. I'm waiting for you to guess.
I am so sick of this shit. Okay. Here we go, Brian. I think I know this movie.
Okay.
I think I seen it in school once.
But do you know the title of the movie? Because that's the like really important.
I'm pretty sure I saw this in high school, like one of our day offs.
Okay.
Is it George Clooney?
Is that the name? Wait.
No.
That's the name of the movie.
The name of the movie is Peace something. It's Peacemaker.
You got it. You got.
Oh my
God! You got this.
Is that it?
Peacemaker.
Are you kidding me? You're lying.
No, I'm dead serious. I will share my screen. I have it up on my screen.
It is George Clooney, right?
It is George Clooney and Nicole Kidman, my man. This is
my
the Peacemaker.
God.
It is
It's
the Peacemaker.
I remember watching that in high school.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's it right there.
Yes, I just put it up on the screen for everybody listening at home, and it's like the trailer
my
is super
God.
90s grungy with Nicole Kidman. But
All right.
like, I mean, I can't believe you got that, Marcus. I felt that was so obscure. I loved this movie. Maggie and I were talking about how much we love this movie. We're probably going to watch it this weekend.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. I apologize. I apologize for everything that I previously said leading up to that quote.
It's okay.
I retract everything. I never should have doubted you.
Listen.
And yeah,
Listen,
you were right.
Because
I
here's
did
the
not
thing.
think
Here's
you
what's
would
weird.
see this movie about a U.S. Army colonel trying to like
It was a
stop
history-
nuclear weapons from getting out. That's
So
incredible.
It was a history class, but it was like one of those days where you like
Yep.
nobody came in, and I think it was one of the movies that was available in the library, or something like that.
Yeah.
But I also remember this movie, but they also showed us the one with Will Smith when he's running in the robe. What is that with the
Enemy of the State?
Enemy of the State? And I also vividly remember watching the new Leonardo DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
That one redone.
Yeah.
I just want to make a point here. Released in 1997, this is rated R, so I don't know if you got like a cut
They
version
didn't
in your
get it.
high school. I
No,
don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I think if there's a sex, is there a sex scene in there?
There's a
I think we
romance
skipped
scene,
it. I think he waited at the VCR and waited to or the DVD player and waited to like fast forward the scene.
Yeah.
Like that was like
I would never
That's how it
show
was.
this to students. This
Well,
is
Brian,
Incredible.
I grew up in a predominantly black public school, so they don't give a fuck about us over there. So
I think it's
I watched this on my free time. Maybe
I'm
y'all
not
were ahead
gonna-
of the curve.
I am not gonna lie to you. I am shocked.
I'm also a little shocked.
It also amazes me how deep my memory goes when it comes to movies.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything is connected to something.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's impressive, man. That's
Yeah,
that's impressive. I'm impressed.
It's funny how like we
can't
have.
believe
You're
it.
right though, Mark. It's like it's funny how those movies that we have that have like a very like a visceral reaction, like you remember them from a very distinct moment. Like I have a story about the movie Full Metal Jacket that I would rather not get into in this exact moment. But that I have a very, very, very visceral memory. Brian's heard this story before, but it's a very unique memory associated.
Is
with
it
that.
sad?
No, it's
Oh,
well, it's embarrassing for me.
Oh,
but it
okay.
is-
We'll
it is
share
not
that.
sad at all.
come on the Patreon and we'll whatever.
Yeah.
That movie did that movie come out before or after Batman?
Peacemaker?
Yes, that was
97. So I mean after like the Michael Keaton Batman?
no that's George Clooney, right?
Yeah. Oh,
When
you're
Clooney
talking
was-
Batman and Robin.
What was that 2000? I think Batman and Robin was 2000.
Ooh, it was weird.
It was close.
I know that, but yeah, I mean, I'll find it here,
No,
but it's
I'm
pretty
trying to
close. It was
remember.
during his ER days.
Yes.
I think-
yeah,
okay,
he was
that's what
big
it
in the
was.
90s because of ER.
That's what it was. I think I remembered Clooney from ER, and then I saw that movie, and I was like, that guy looks familiar.
Oh man, are you ready to have your mind blown? Batman and Robin and the Peacemaker came out in the same year.
Did it?
Oh,
Yeah,
97
both
was a big year.
1997
And
releases.
those feel like two opposite movies.
Yeah,
yeah.
very much
I
so.
mean, for good reason, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he hit those ER, he hit ER, and then it was like right after From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
He was in movies.
I definitely think I watched Batman first and then saw
Yeah.
Peacemaker and was like, oh, that's Clooney. Or like I didn't know it was Clooney, but like I know that guy, like I know him.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right, Marcus, bring us home.
Oh shit, it's my turn. Okay. Here we go. What's wrong with Brian?
Brian had to hide his face.
What's wrong with Brian?
I fully remembered the Full Metal Jacket thing, so we'll put that on Patreon.
Yeah, we
Put
can
that on Patreon later.
I'll tell
Oh,
Marcus
boy.
after this.
All right, here we go. Y'all, it's okay. There's a crack or cracks in everyone. That's how the light of God gets in.
Motherfucker.
There's a crack or cracks in everyone. That's how the light of God gets in.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm lost.
You just gave up.
It sounds so deep, and I probably didn't watch it. It just sounds really deep.
I will
You-
say this.
don't know.
I'll give you 2 hints. I'll say this. The person in this movie is connected to George Clooney.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
The lead in this movie is connected to George Clooney, and I'm only saying that because Peacemaker, that kind of just blew my mind. I almost feel like I don't deserve the point because I just dug so deep in my fucking memory bank.
Okay.
So I'll give you 2 hints.
Okay. Connected to George Clooney. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a thought in my head. I don't think it's right, but I have a
Okay.
thought in my head.
Okay. Whatever your thought is, I believe I know your thought. And I don't think that that's it.
Oh yeah, no, I know it's not it.
Okay. All right. I almost want to say it out loud to see if I was right. Are you thinking
right.
Ocean's 13?
Oh no, I was not.
Oh, okay.
All right. What's
This-
the other hint?
Yeah.
All right. Your other hint is travel.
Buzz in, Up in the Air.
No, it is not Up in the Air, but that's a great movie.
Way!
That's a great movie. That's a
All
great
right.
Oh
movie.
my god.
Also a good
Another
movie.
good George. Is this a George Clooney podcast?
Yeah,
Because
this is
This
a
is like
George
the
Clooney.
Clooney
that was a
cast
good
this
movie.
week. Clooney cast
Fantastic.
this week.
Anna Kendrick also in that. Fantastic.
Yes, for
Also a
sure.
good movie. Yeah, that was a sad. That plot twist in that movie was really sad. I really
Oh,
thought that
man,
they were.
bittersweet.
That was really, really sad. But you know,
It's a travel movie, huh?
yeah, it's a travel movie, huh?
Marcus, is
Yes.
this Clueless? It's the only movie I can think of that's connected to George Clooney.
Is George Clooney in Clueless?
He's not, but Alicia Silverstone is, and Alicia Silverstone was in Batman and Robin, so I was connecting the
fair.
dots.
Nice. Way to 6. No, it's not. But that is great. 6 degrees of separation.
I was playing 6 Degrees of Separation. I was like, okay,
was
who
good.
do I know? I was like, okay, well, the only person I know is Alicia Silverstone. So
That
what
was
was she
that
in?
was good
Yeah.
connecting the dots though. Alicia. Oh, sorry, not. Nah, I was going to say Alicia
All you're
Silverstone.
going to say. It's
This
all we can think about.
is Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes. 'Cause-
Julia
yeah.
Roberts,
George
Ocean's
Clooney,
11.
Ocean's 13.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, hey, that's
That's
a good
fair.
movie. And you know what? The two of you remain tied. So you fought for that point for nothing, which is, I'm glad you guys are in the lead, but it does make the events of last week uneventful.
Doug's just like, I'm happy to be here.
I'm
Y'all,
just happy to
just-
run this show for you. That's
Isn't
all I
it-
am.
Isn't it good when people are fighting, but you can just watch from the outside? Like, man, hey, watch that left.
Yeah,
Well, like,
not
watch
me.
that- hey, watch that right.
Yeah,
watch this.
not me, right, guys? Not me.
Couldn't be me. I'd whoop his ass, huh?
That's right.
As you watch it from the outside.
All right, Marcus.
goodness.
I don't want your effort to go unnoticed. So, why don't you kick us off with your first piece of news for this week?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go with the news that is we're recording this early, so by the time you hear this, I'm sure something will be out by then.
That's right.
There is the Spider-Man trailer is said to be released either tonight or tomorrow. Now it
Yep.
could be actually up now. Does somebody want to look?
I'll look real quick while you
Okay.
keep going.
Thank you. So
Mhm.
what the rumor is that the Spider-Man trailer is going to be out. There was a leaked version last night, and as best as I tried to not see anything from the leaked trailer. There were some stills from the trailer that kind of blew my mind. Like this one did not look like fake, like a fake put together trailer. Like, and the stills were Jamie Foxx, is it Alfred Medina?
Alfred Molina.
Alfred Molina, thank you. It was Jamie
Yep.
Foxx, Alfred Molina, and Willem Dafoe.
Okay.
And Molina is in his old Doc Ock uniform, but it's unedited. Like the trailer is not finished yet. Like it's waiting for its graphics. So Molina has like 4 blue dots on his back where the things would go, but you can tell he's older. This isn't like the ones from back then. Jamie Foxx doesn't look like the old Electro. He looks like himself, but has like an electrician's jacket on, like a yellow and green electrician's jacket. And Willem Dafoe looks like he's just shot somewhere. And like the Spider-Man footage, it's like I saw Benedict Strange. I saw Benedict Cumberbatch pushing. He was like, "Hello, Peter," and so like there's these stills that are out in these trailers, and what you would think were fake. Sony removed these trailers. Tom Holland was up at like 5:30 a.m. and was like, "Y'all ain't ready," and now there's memes of Kevin Feige being pissed and upset at whoever unleashed the thing, and I just thought that was funny too. So it's like memes of angry people, and they're like, "This is Kevin Feige when he finds out who leaked the trailer." So it was pretty funny. But so a Spider-Man trailer is possibly on its way. It's either tonight or tomorrow, but I think we should, just be all on the lookout. I don't know how much information they're going to give away in the trailer, but here we are. I mean, after it took a lot of time to get to this moment, and they've obviously pushed it back for a while. Venom got pushed back. Let There Be Carnage 2. A lot of movies are getting pushed back, and I think Disney is afraid that they will have to push it back. And then on top of that, I also want to say another rumor that I heard that Disney is planning to buy back the Spider-Man rights from Sony.
Okay.
I mean,
so what do we do with all that information? That's a lot.
That's a lot. There's a lot to go through there.
I think I don't know. Doug, do you want to kick us off here?
Yeah, I'll kick us off. So Twitter is a buzz with this at the moment. So something is happening out there in the world because there have been 77,000 tweets over the course of the last hour regarding the No Way Home trailer.
There is a fever. There is a fever on Twitter.
There is an absolute fever, and there are people who are like talking about this. Sony is giving its presentation right now. So for those of you that don't know, CinemaCon is going on right now, and Sony was giving a presentation and an update on like what was supposed to be happening and when it was supposed to happen and what have you. And so we are all kind of sitting here waiting for basically Sony to finally get done with their presentation so they can push it out online. But as of right now, there is no official trailer that is out in the world.
That is so interesting to me, man.
Yep, very interesting.
I don't know. I always get torn about leaks because at one point it's like, yeah, it's a trailer. Like, who cares? It's just a trailer. But then on the other hand, it's like, if I worked on something for 3+ years and it's not like from what you're saying, Marcus, it's not done. Like, it's not a completed trailer.
Yeah,
man, I would be ticked. I would be so upset because it's not a finished product. It's like turning in something like, no. It's like, it's not done. It's clearly not done. Just wait for so I gotta imagine that the feelings are running pretty high at Sony. At the same time, I also feel like Sony knows exactly what they're doing.
For sure.
100%.
I mean, you don't get to 77,000 tweets. I'm trying to see where it's ranking, like on total trending. My Twitter isn't loading now for trending, but like if you have ever liked a Spider-Man tweet, I guarantee you it's in your For You trending on your Twitter app. I guarantee it. Like anyone that has ever touched a Spider-Man account, it's gonna be being pushed out to you. So I think they know they have like the hot potato, and they're like, nah, we're gonna hold on to this just a little bit longer to drive up anticipation. I also wonder. It really makes me wonder what's happening with this and Shang-Chi, because I assumed when we got the Eternals trailer, I was like, okay, they're going to start marketing Eternals as, Shang-Chi is a release next weekend.
Yep.
Then they're gonna start doing Spider-Man stuff probably in like end of September, October to like bump up Eternals or whatever. So I'm just kind of like, okay, we're gonna do Spider-Man. Okay, I guess why not?
Yeah.
Well, Brian,
So
I do think that Shang-Chi is connected to Spider-Man because Shang-Chi is rumored to have 2 end credits. And I think that Eternals is going to be its own separate sitting movie for the most part, or it's going to connect to that, cosmos part, while Shang-Chi might connect more to the Earthbound part.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Brian, for your reference, it is not ranking in the top 10 things or really top 20 things that are trending as of right now. And
mine is at number 9.
But my For You has it as number 1 for me. So
there it is.
I am one of those people who have liked something Spider-Man oriented.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So that's what you got. I Brian, I think I agree. I kind of agree with you on this like trailer leak stuff, and I only say that because like we shouldn't have to do that. Like we shouldn't be in this particular world that we're in where this stuff happens. I mean, remember back when Endgame came out and the big marketing push was Thanos demands your silence. Like don't post anything from it. And there was that huge leak of footage. And if I remember like looking back on some of the stills, because Marcus, you were in my office.
We talked about that in the office.
Yeah, you and I talked about that in my office when I was still in my other role. Like we saw pictures, and those pictures were accurate. Like it wasn't. It was no bullshit. Like it was. Right. Yeah, it was real stuff that leaked from the movie. And I remember, like, I can barely remember my name sometimes. So spoilers don't really have an effect on me because I eventually am like, oh yeah, right. I guess that was a spoiler. Like I just it doesn't affect me. But I remember like looking back on it and being like, man, that's kind of dumb. Like you work so hard on that particular movie. These actors gave up like time and energy. They put in effort. Like, there's a big vision and this is a part of something. And I just don't want it to be ruined. So I'm kind of in that same boat with you.
But gentlemen, I'm excited.
Absolutely.
100%. I'm hyped. I want to, this is competing with Multiverse of Madness for the amount of hype I have right now. Like, I know this might get pushed. I know this movie might get pushed, but like if it does, I'm gonna have an emotional reaction to it. Like if I'm at work and they're like, "Hey, Spider-Man got moved to June," I'm gonna be like, "I'm gonna need a minute. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm gonna need to sit down and just process this information." So like, I am so pumped for this movie.
Oh, for sure. I'm absolutely pumped for this movie.
It's the breadwinner. I think this is the one that. It takes you, it moves the story forward.
Yeah.
So,
I think it combines everything from the TV shows too. I think that's the other reason I'm pumped for it. Like with everything that's happened with Loki, like I feel like there's a lot going with it. And some people have described it as like Sony's own end game, which that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
I don't disagree with that.
I'm okay with that. I think it's time. We've had almost 9 Spider-Man movies. Like it's cool. It's time.
And I think the other thing is like if the rumors are true, and remember, grain of salt with all of this, if the rumors are true, it means that Marvel and it means like comic book movie creators have found a way. What the fuck just happened? They have found a way. Okay, Marcus just did a spit take, and I'm very curious as to what just happened. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. They found a way to like retcon old comic book movies.
I just found out what Full Metal Jacket is, man.
Okay, yeah, that's a fun story for everybody. But anyway. Yes, that's exactly right. Yep, that's it. Anyway, but they figured out a way to like retcon previous iterations of comic book movies into current what's going on. Because if Tom Holland's in this and Andrew Garfield's in this and Tobey Maguire are all in this, they have found a way to say all of that still counts. The first Fantastic Four movie, guess what? That's a different universe. There you go. Done.
Exactly.
And you can write it off and you can move on without having to like worry about it. And that's the part of this that makes me like genuinely excited. About
they just want to move the fuck on. Like honestly, like I love the being a nerd and fandoms and all that shit like that, and I'm all for it. But people just want to move on sometimes. Like this new generation want to get their own stories. They don't want to live in the past of the old Fantastic Four and the old Spider-Man. Like, I get people want to say Tobey was the best Spider-Man for nostalgia's sakes, but let's just be honest. He was not the best Spider-Man. Like,
he was a good Peter Parker, though.
He was a great Peter Parker, not the best Spider-Man. And that Spider-Man was just not written right. Andrew Garfield was a great Spider-Man, not a good Peter Parker.
I agree.
And I think Tom Holland has been the one to balance really what Stan Lee's vision for this young superhero was supposed to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that comes with times, and that comes from watching Tobey and Andrew. So like, do it in the past. So like, no disrespect to them, but people want to move forward in the story and want to watch this Spider-Man grow, which I do believe we talked about this a long time ago. I do believe they're going for the nine Spider-Man movie. High school, college, adulthood.
Yeah, I would absolutely believe that.
Yeah.
So, but the hype is real. I'm sure that there will be something that drops. If there does, you can follow us on our socials and we'll get it out. So
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh if we talk about it in this episode and then it doesn't come out at all this week. God. Like it's gonna be a time. Buckle up.
Yep, for sure. That's a good way to kick us off, Marcus. Well done with that first piece.
Thank you so much.
Brian, what do you got next?
All right, folks. So some movement has happened with Scarlett Johansson and Disney. At the time of recording, Disney is now moving to have the entire case that Scarlett Johansson is filing in court moved to arbitration. So if you don't know legal terms like me, and I had to look it up, this is going to be the Brian Roush explanation. So like when you're dating somebody and you go to a party with that person and you just say something out of your mouth that is like, you messed up, but you didn't know you, and then they pull you into the kitchen. Like my partner Maggie would be like, do you realize what you just said? Do you realize how dumb that is? Do you realize how hurtful that is? And you're having this conversation in the kitchen. Yeah. So arbitration is essentially what you do when your partner pulls you into the kitchen and is like, do you understand how bad this is? Do you understand how bad you come to the kitchen right now? We're going to talk about this. And they try to get the other person in there to like make it up and just do it away from everybody. So long story short, they want to move this out of the public eye because anything that's going to be in the lawsuit that Scarlett Johansson filed is going to be public information. And Disney has decided they would like all of this to be private now. Sure. So this is now going to set off a whole other cascade of legal motions, essentially. But the long and short here is that Disney would like this move to a private arbitration, not in a public court. They don't want to talk about all these profits and finances and everything related to Black Widow with Scarlett Johansson.
Right.
There could be a lot of reasons for this, but a lot of people are speculating that Disney wants to do this because if a lot of these details got out, it would not make them look good, mainly because they made a profit on this movie. It made $180 million last time I checked, at least as of like two weekends after release. And they don't want all that information out in public. It would also reveal how their streaming system works. If all this went to public, and you would be able to see how they track everything and how they're making all these decisions.
And they want to keep that as private as possible. They want to settle this so that shit doesn't get out.
Yep. Oh yeah, Disney can't be seen as naughty Disney now. Come on, y'all.
Right.
That ruins the brand. That's literally their branding. Remember we had that conversation about Disney versus HBO Max. HBO Max is going to do the nitty gritty shit, and Disney is going to, they're going to Disney-fy shit. Yeah, of course. Yep. And if it comes out that they didn't pay their leading woman what they were supposed to, and that's part of the reason why, not Scarlett Johansson, Elizabeth Olsen spoke out and was like, "Good for Scarlett."
Yeah,
like when she heard about it, like, if it worked for Scarlett and she was successful, guess who follows? Everybody else, and guess who don't want to work with Disney? Dominoes.
Well, and I think the other thing with this is that it's like, I think this is a trend that Disney has been on lately. And Brian and I kind of talked about this because we on our chat, and it was Disney movies adjacent. So it was Disney Studios adjacent in the sense that it was Disney parks related. And I just, it strikes me that it's just, this seems very money grabby. I mean,
yes,
$5,000 for two people to stay in a Star Wars hotel. What the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not going to underpay a star of a movie. You're going to underpay a star of a movie that was financially successful. The fuck are you doing? Like, it just this screams greed, and it's not, and that's not a good look. And as a parent, it's like I feel like I'm feeling like I'm making a choice where I'm like, okay, like I disagree with the greediness of this, but also like you own all the shit that I like. So I really don't know what to do here. Like, you kind of have me over a barrel because I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go from here. So that's just kind of where my initial reaction.
Disney, don't turn into WB now.
I mean,
careful.
I think it's important to say, like, I think it's okay to like the things you like. I mean, I love a lot of Disney properties before they were Disney properties, and I just want to say it's okay to like those things and disagree with like the big conglomerate business that runs them. Like, right, we talk about WB all the time. We love Batman and the Justice League, though. We've talked about how we enjoyed the Snyder Cut, even though we don't really feel like WB has it the right way. The other few details I want to add here really quick before we move on, though. So Disney, totally like being that guy at the party, dropped, this is new information that they dropped on July 29th in another interview. They paid Scarlett Johansson $20 million up front to be in Black Widow.
Okay.
So this is totally escalating now to a point where Disney's going to start dropping these like nuggets of information to try to make Scarlett Johansson seem like she's being completely unreasonable, right?
Right.
Which I think is funny because they're like, well, we paid her $20 million, and I'm like, you really think everyone's going to forget you made like $200 million on this movie? Like,
That's
really?
Chump change.
Like, that is nothing for y'all. So I am continually flabbergasted by this lawsuit because they could have made it go away overnight, like just paid her. And I don't really have a fighter in this bout. Like,
no,
they're both like well off rich entities.
Don't really need us.
Right. Oh yeah. Like, we will never see the wealth that Scarlett Johansson has, like in a lifetime between the three of us. But like, I just think it's wild and flabbergasting. This $1 billion company, like, they had a moment to go, you know what, checkmate, we're done. And instead they're like, we're going to move up our pawn. Okay. You are moved. I don't get it. This just seems so avoidable.
For sure. 100%.
I just seen this clip from JB Smooth come out and I want to play it. It's about Spider-Man.
Also, I would really quick before you play it, Marcus, the trailer is leaked. trailer is live.
Is it?
Is it?
Yes,
pull it up.
I'm going to pull it up.
I'm gonna play this.
Coming back, man. Jamie Foxx coming back, baby. Come on, what's up, Jamie? That's my dude right there. Man. I'm excited. I'm very excited about it.
And last question I have for you: which Spider-Man were you excited to see Tom Holland share the screen with? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield.
Woo, Tom Maguire, of course, man.
All right, there you go. Thank you so much.
I don't know if you heard that, but this is JB Smooth, who plays one of the professors in the movie.
Yeah.
He says, oh man, I'm so excited. Jamie Foxx coming back, man. That's my dog. Jamie Foxx coming back. That's my dog. The interviewer then asks him, what Spider-Man were you most excited to see on screen with? And he's like, oh, Tobey, man. Tobey Maguire. That's the one I'm most excited about. Tobey, man. And the interviewer goes, thank you. And he walks off. That's it. That's confirmation.
That's incredible.
The trailer is live.
Yep, I'm gonna bring it up right now, gentlemen.
We are watching this live. And now, listen.
Wow.
If you want to watch us watch this live, which is always weird in the world we live in, but it is a thing. Hop over to the Patreon. You can feel free to watch this live. We may or may not post it later, but yes, we are watching this live. For those of you that can't see, Spider-Man trailer is about 2 minutes and 4 seconds long, and it's considered Spider-Man No Way Home official teaser trailer on the Marvel Studios page.
All right, can you all hear this?
Here we
go.
Well, yeah, let's find out.
No, nope, I can't hear that.
You cannot.
Nope,
you cannot hear it.
Nope.
Okay, then I'm not going to watch it because I don't want to ruin it for you all without sound. So,
is this real?
It's absolutely real. It's from Marvel Studios.
Oh,
so I don't know. I have no idea if we have anybody watching on the live cast right now.
We don't. So we're just.
I mean, if we have nobody watching, we can cut this part out at the 39-minute mark if you want.
I'm just gonna cut it. Yeah, I'll just cut it out,
and
we'll watch it on
we could all take our moment here and come back.
Well,
I don't know where everybody's at.
Let's just wait. We'll just wait until after. So yeah, we'll just wait. We'll come back.
Well,
So
now
what did you say?
Well,
39.
now my nerves are bad. I don't want to watch it now.
It's 2 hours. It's 2 minutes. So if you really want to watch it, we can pause the live stream and watch it.
I'm picking up on the energy in the room, and it feels like that might be a good idea.
Okay, everybody. Then we will pause it. So 39:57. We will pause it. Okay. All right. I'm watching it.
Doug could wait. Are you watching it? Oh, we just watching it on our own?
Yeah, we'll just watch it right now.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah, if we can't process it through the thing, why don't we just watch it on our own and then come back?
Here's what I'm worried about, really quick before you watch it. Here's what I'm worried about. If you all if this shit blows your mind, you're not going to be able to focus on the rest of this podcast. So I almost want to have you all save it so I have your attention.
But we could have early reactions because by the time we drop on Friday,
we could, and then I could just cut this out, and go back later.
Oh,
and just say we all just watched the Spider-Man trailer, and this was our reaction,
and make it a separate thing.
Yeah.
Let's not watch it.
Okay, let's just save it. We'll save it. Okay. So,
okay.
Fuck, it just popped up on my Twitter.
Then close your goddamn phone. Have some self-control.
Brian retweeted it. Oh my god, this looks
what the fuck, Brian?
I didn't do anything.
Okay, you're fine. All right. Well, we are going to time back in. 3, 2, 1. There you have it. So, Brian, thank you for sharing that information. I think you're right, though. I think Disney definitely has some choices to make before they move forward, and I'd be interested to see what comes of this. Because the other thing is that arbitration stuff always comes out later.
Yeah,
it's never dead.
It'll come out.
It's never completely dead. So just
ridiculous
for sure. I have some news that is not Marvel related. If you're gonna act like a child who's sneaking cookies from the cookie jar, Marcus, just don't whistle. Let us get through the rest of this. So Marcus is stressed because the Spider-Man trailer that we had just talked about is officially live.
And Papa Doug won't let us watch it.
I just want everybody's attention because we already get off on enough tangents as is. So, mine is actually Candyman related.
Love it.
So, this is from Collider. So, the last trailer for Candyman has been released.
That's right.
And in order to see it, you need to go to their website, and you need to click on you need to go to their website, and you need to, there's it looks like a mirror, and you as a human being have to say Candyman 5 times in order for you to be able to see it. Yes, that is the only way for you to be able to see it. No. And it is incredible that is the case.
Did you watch it?
I just want to show you the screen because it's insane to me that that's the case.
Good marketing, I'll tell you that.
Oh, it's incredible.
And it's also amazing how this movie has had a hold on people for such a long time.
Oh,
people still don't do that to this day. You don't play with that.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not.
That's incredible. I'm kind of excited for Candyman though. I don't know what direction the story goes. This is a Jordan Peele production, right? Produced by his thing. I'm excited. The actors in it are, amazing. The cast is amazing. And it's not retelling a story. I think it's just continuing the one that existed before. So I don't know.
Yeah. So I just was kind of impressed with the level of marketing that this has, that you have to say his name 5 times in order to see the last and final trailer.
If you have a mic.
It's just, I don't want this to be an uninteractive process for our listeners. I'm trying to think, it's hard with video visual format to get the, what have you on that end.
What this feels like is like when you go to a show and they start coming into the audience and you're like, no. It feels like the internet version of that where it's like, come on, everybody, participate. And you're like, no, I'm just here for the show. It's like when you go to Disney and they're like, Tinkerbell's done. No, she's not. She's fading. We have to wish her way. Everybody Like
Yeah.
someone knows like you're not wishing and they point you out and you're like, I'm just here for my
Yeah.
You'd be like, fucking with me, Tinkerbell gonna die today. You better
Right,
leave me
right.
alone.
They're gonna like blame you for Tinkerbell dying. I know that's not the language Disney uses. I don't care. I don't remember what they but like you're gonna kill Tinkerbell because you're not wishing hard enough.
Yeah. This is the screen.
hilarious.
This is what it looks like. And you have to say like Candyman 5 times in order
What?
for that to be a thing. Yeah.
So you can't click that play button?
I'm not sure if this is the last trailer, and I don't know if this is the last.
How does
trailer
it pick
or not,
up the
but
audio? How does it know that I said it? That's
I
my
don't
question.
know, gentlemen. I got this from Collider. It just says, according to Collider, you click on the button that instructs you to summon the Candyman and call it his name 5 times. I've said his name easily 12 times. So in
Yes,
addition to it being fucking hot,
So,
this
like,
motherfucker with a hook is gonna show up to my fucking house. Meanwhile, I'm over here sweating my dick off. So it's just it's gonna be a whole thing.
Took a turn.
I don't need this. Look, there's enough shit going on in this house right now. I don't need it to be 85 degrees and for that motherfucker to show up. So I'm done. That's the story. The trailer's interactive. Go to the website. I'm over this.
I feel this is important to point out. Doug lost his AC, everybody.
Wait.
Maybe the heat's getting Jimmy, but I'm not saying this man's name again.
It's 90 degrees and a whole bunch of honey and bees. It's just a terrible combination.
It's gonna be awful. I have nowhere to go.
I'm sweating my dick off.
I don't need that. I don't need that in here.
Together in that particular
I don't
format.
need this kind of energy in my life,
I
goddamn.
don't need that at all. But anyway, incredible marketing and good on you, Jordan Peele, and the rest of the the people making that movie.
That's hilarious. I swear. I want to say this. Spider-Man No Way Home official Twitter. Wait a minute. Wait. They tweeted this out. They tweeted this. Shout out to the real ones who are watching the trailer for the first time right now.
Oh, that would be me. You're welcome.
Ditto.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Marvel.
I just think that they are to be in tune enough and to know that your shit got leaked and then be like, hey, we know you've been patiently waiting.
Y'all the real OGs.
You the real MVP.
Yep, basically. All right, gentlemen. Marcus, what do you have for your second piece of news?
That was fucking hilarious. Okay. So I was trying to figure out which direction I wanted to go in, everybody. And I kind of want to go in this one.
Okay.
I was going to talk Jeopardy, but I want to talk Percy Jackson because what the fuck happened to Percy Jackson?
Okay.
Like, the movie, the series. Honestly, and I remember I grew up when those two movies, came out, the Percy Jackson 1 and 2, which one was really, really good. 2 was like, oh, okay, we doing that sequel shit again. Like, how they try to give you a lot of what was in 1, but they overdo it. So Percy Jackson creator Rick Riordan. Rick Riordan, thank you. Rick Riordan reveals positive news after meeting with Disney Plus execs. So he has shared, he's constantly been sharing these updates, and I've been kind of reading them like as they come. And apparently it sounds really good that things are going well. He had a very positive conversation on Friday, August 20th, with the top execs at Disney, Disney TV, 20th Century Studios, and Disney Plus about a series, and reports that they are all in on making the series and getting it right. So as opposed to doing a movie, they want to do Percy Jackson, the series, which could work well because Percy Jackson, honestly, even as a book, has a lot going on in it.
Oh, for sure. There's tons of content there.
It's so much and so many kids like lives that you can explore and tell better stories and stuff like that. But apparently the news was good. I just hope that they do this soon before the Percy Jackson wave, because everybody who grew up on that movie probably either forgot about it, haven't watched it in a long time like me, and like I don't know what direction they're going, but I hope he gets their movie and I hope that they do it right. I like that series. For sure.
I actually really liked the first one. The first one was a lot of fun, and it was an enjoyable ride and an enjoyable watch. So yeah, I hope that if they're going to do the series, the second one was forgettable. I don't even think I saw it.
It was super forgettable.
But I hope the series is good. I mean, I really hope we get an update on that, and the series is actually good.
Honestly, they meshed 1 and 2 for me, kind of meshed together as far as storylines go. Sure. I know 1 had a trident, and maybe 1 did not. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you the plot of the second one. I remember the plot of the first one. I couldn't tell you the second one.
was the second one.
That's right. That's what that is.
And I read all the Percy Jackson books. I have a good kinship with them. Like, it was something where, like, I quite literally read the first one and I was like, I need to consume all of these immediately.
Yeah.
So I did. And I also really liked it because the character, he thinks he has dyslexia and I have dyslexia.
Sure,
And I was like,
right.
I can't think of any character in any media that it started like that. We come to find out this is not a spoiler. This happens in the first part of the story. He's seeing letters strangely because he's trying to read them in Greek. And that's when he finds out he's a Greek demigod. And while I have different feelings about that, it was just nice to see a hero with, like, thinking he has dyslexia, which is how I got pulled into it. And that's why it's pretty close to my heart. But the movies, the reason we didn't get more movies is because Rick Riordan, he did not like how the movies turned out. So I'm happy to hear that the Disney Plus stuff is going in a good direction, because I remember the movies, it's supposed to be about 12-year-old kids. And if you watch those movies, they are like 16.
Oh, they look
best.
conservatively like college freshmen.
Yes. And, like, it's just clearly not. It is clearly not young kids, which is problematic because there's a whole prophecy about him turning 17, I think is what it is. Don't quote me on it, but it's like turning a certain age. And if your actors look like they're going to graduate college, that's not going to work out the best for you. And that's one of the reasons they stopped making the movies, because he just couldn't get on board with his life's work being like that, which I respect him for. I'm sure they could have Harry Pottered the crap out of these movies.
Absolutely.
And they could have made 7 of them and kept going. I don't know.
I'm not looking at box office numbers right now, but after that, yep, it would have been a whole thing.
Then you look at, like, I hope that they don't Artemis Fowl this movie.
Oh my gosh.
Because those movies give off the same, like, the same feeling, the same vibe. It is very possible that they Artemis Fowl this series.
It's possible.
I'm just putting that out there, and I don't want that for them, because Artemis Fowl is one of those movies I have not gone back to revisit. I have not heard anybody talk about it.
Oh no!
Like, it was like a bad film. It wasn't one that, like, we just joked on just for the sake of joking on. Like, it was just
it was legitimately bad.
It wasn't good, and I want more for Percy Jackson.
Didn't they get rid of like Pierce Brosnan played the centaur in the first one? Did they get rid of him in the second one?
He left. He couldn't do it. I believe it was scheduling conflict, but like
secretly that's not like anybody, family reunion, baby, anything. Tell me scheduling conflict. I'm out of this shit.
Percy Jackson's dad was the guy from Grey's Anatomy, right? The redhead. No. Poseidon.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Never mind. I can't remember.
I do not recall. McSteamy. That's all I know about.
No, not McSteamy. He was the redhead. He came in new. Anyway, not important.
It is. This is movie podcast, and that's a movie, so we're going to talk about it. Damn it! So everybody, just wait.
Honestly, I'm just rushing to get to Spider-Man trailer.
Just wait a god. Of course you are. Fucking that trailer has been the like. Hey, look at these keys. They're really shiny.
Kevin the Kid is who plays Poseidon. I don't know him, so
that's him.
That.
Yeah, that's him.
My niece Brennan just watched all of Grey's Anatomy, so she could probably inform us. But
he's credited as that. So 2008 to 2021. God damn, that show's been on a long time.
And day one,
Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, that show.
Ever.
Yeah, like honestly, I think that's the dream, right? You get a hit show.
So.
And you ride that into the ground. Like you shove its face into the ground. Ellen Pompeo, is that her name?
Yep. Is.
She's been on it for 383 episodes. And honestly, can't blame her. She's got a good gig. She knows exactly what she's going to do. Day in, day out. She's got it made in the shade. Congratulations, Ellen.
Good job, Ellen. All right. Well, hey. All right, we'll see what happens with that. But goddamn, that's a long time. This is not a Grey's Anatomy podcast.
Welcome to the Grey's Anatomy podcast. I'm going to try to watch the show.
I'm going to try and prove it. Brian, what do you got for item number 2?
All right, so it's Marvel related again with the upcoming Shang-Chi release. And I just wanted to at least talk about. So if you haven't been following social media. Bob Chapek, Disney CEO, said some problematic things about the release of Shang-Chi, essentially saying that the release of the movie would be an experiment.
Good. Awesome. Okay.
Which,
good job.
That was not the best thing to say, is what I'll start off with.
1 star. Don't recommend.
Yeah, and so Lou, who's the main lead, basically commented on Twitter that, hey, this movie isn't an experiment. I'm paraphrasing here. We're the underdog, we're underestimated, but we're gonna break ceilings, and it's gonna be a celebration of culture and joy. And I'm fired up to share this story with you on September 3rd. And so some not great stuff being said between the high brass of Disney and the cast of Shang-Chi. Not a great look. Not a great look right before your movie releases. Also, Bob Chapek said this at an investors meeting too, which don't do that. But in any case,
probably not a lot of people who look like Lou at that.
I was about to say the same thing.
Probably a lot of old white guys.
I was about to say the same thing.
We're going to see how these people are, see if they can bring one home for us.
Yeah, we know none of you are interested, but this will be more of an experiment for us.
Well, they built the railroad, so they'll build this movie for us.
Jesus,
God damn it.
No.
I did not agree with any of those things. That was a joke. Hopefully no one's offended. But if you are.
I think you're right. The dynamics of this are not great. You have this white guy talking about this movie, that it's an experiment. And so Kevin Feige is trying to smooth this over like the ever-present diplomat of of every Marvel property, trying to smooth this over. So he talked about this on Twitter saying, I think in that particular tweet, you can see, and I think everyone does, a misunderstanding. It was not the intention. The proof is in the movie, and we swing for the fences like we always do. With the amount of creative energy we put in and the budget, there's no expense spared to bring this origin story to the screen. So we're kind of doing a little bit of what about here. But Kevin Feige, he's really trying to say,
he's really working for that one.
We did invest in this movie. Please go see this movie. Sorry, the CEO messed this up.
Also, can we ask a serious question? How does Kevin Feige manage to keep his nose out of all of this?
I think he's a genuinely nice person.
I think he just gives a fuck about the movies he makes.
That too.
But that's the other part of it. It's like, that's the thing that blows my mind about all of this, is that there's this how the hell did you keep your head? It's almost like he's sitting at his house and he gets a phone call. He's like, no, I'm just sitting at home. He said, what? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? Shit. All right, I'll call you back. He sounds like a mob boss. Oh, that person did this. Well, I gotta make sure that we fix it so the family cannot go to prison. It blows my mind, his ability to just keep his head low.
He did He did the same thing for Scarlett Johansson, right?
Right.
When they heard the news, they said the rumors were he was pissed. Yeah. He was pissed at Disney for how they treated his lead.
Yeah.
And if that's the type of person, listen, Kevin Feige, put me on the one, Doug.
Okay, I'll put you on the one.
He's taking it, folks. He's going solo.
I'll even give your name. Hold on, everybody. We'll just make sure we know who's talking.
Kevin, it's me. It's Marcus. Okay. I'm coming to you humbly as I can. And I'm asking you, just please buy the DC properties. Look at the bags in my eyes, Kevin. I am tired. WB has worn me out, Kevin. I know you love Superman, the original Superman movies at that. You have an appreciation for the classics. Just buy us out, please.
All right, we'll put you back in the main. Okay, you take a minute to recover from that. But yeah, I mean, he's just kind of, again, I'm always blown away with his ability to keep his head down.
Yep, I agree. So, movie's coming out next weekend, and he's trying to smooth things over. So here we go.
We'll see what happens.
Well, the reviews seem good so far. I mean, all the reviews seem like they have been. It's a good origin story. It's fun. It's full of heart. And to be, I don't want to, compare apples to oranges, but I mean, it's like Black Panther. It's just as significant and as important.
I agree.
And there's the reason. Sure. That's the reason why, when you call stuff like this an experiment, you can't say that to people of color.
No,
a white man cannot say that to people of color. This movie is going to be an experiment. Then it seems like you're only making these movies just for the fuck of saying that we make them.
Yeah, we made this, and we're really excited because, we'll see what happens, and if it flops, then at least we know not to
Right.
cast an all Asian
Right,
cast
then we
play
can't say it
Asian
worked.
characters
Yeah.
again.
No,
Like
no.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
that's not gonna work.
All of this is gross.
It's not gonna work.
I also not that like movies can save us, but like I feel like framing it in that sense is just a disservice because like there's these movies connect with people. People watch these Marvel movies and there's so many good and rich stories, and I feel like it just, I don't know, it has an opportunity to expose people to different ideas and images of what people can be in the media. And I think it's really cool that we have a Marvel brand that there for a lot of folks, like it is important to see this representation. And on the same end, I also get this like team mentality vibe of people 100%. I've never talked to talking about Marvel movies, and it's like, well, yeah, we gotta go see Shang-Chi. We have to go see it because it's the Marvel team. We support our team members. Like we gotta go see this movie.
Right.
It's in the same thing as Black Panther. And like, yeah, you can say it's part of the story, but like, no, this guy is a Marvel character. Like this is the team. This is the people, and we need to keep going, and we need to support these things. And I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but I just think that's important.
No, I felt you, Brian.
The other thing that pisses me off about calling this an experiment is because either it's an experiment because of the character and the story and the amount of money you invested in it. Great. That's on you. You can call that an experiment to your shareholders, and that's fine. And that should have stayed between you and your people. You shouldn't have said it because it's a shitty thing to say, but there it is. But if this is an experiment because you're like, well, we'll see what happens if we do a theaters only release for our superhero movie to see how COVID responds. Yeah. Enjoy your privilege of being able to play with human lives like that, you piece of shit.
It's not good anyway you cut it.
There is no way for this to come out positively. Like, there's just no way. So he should just be their PR team should be like, you're on a gag order until 3 weeks after this thing is done. Like, we're giving you the shut the fuck up card. Just shut the fuck up for a while because you're not allowed to say anything. It's just because no matter how you slice it, it's a shitty thing to say and a shitty thing to do. So.
And sometimes you can say shitty things, and like the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right?
For sure.
And so this is going to be me playing devil's advocate. Let's assume he was saying this is experimental because of COVID and the releases on in theater and the releases on whatever Disney Plus. Let's assume that that's what he was trying to say. You need to use your words better. Words matter, people. Like
for sure they do.
Like yes, absolutely. You never should have said that shit, and I do not believe that this is what he meant. Like, no.
I mean, I would hope not.
He didn't mean that shit. Like he did not mean that shit. But like, even if that is what you meant, you need to clarify statements and like also find a better way to say shit. Like and be just aware of who you're talking about in the context of what you're talking about.
For sure. 100%. Couldn't agree more. Great. Well, thanks, Brian. That was a great piece. I appreciate you sharing that. Here's my last piece of news, because I know that we're all rocketing towards a Spider-Man No Way Home trailer that we all want to watch. The Cowboy Bebop is a anime that I was introduced. I think that may have been the first anime I was ever introduced to. So I always remember like the intro and the like like the jazz. Like I just remember the high energy of all of it. And it's just such a great show, and I really, really enjoyed all of it. So we just started to get the first images from this show and seeing all the different characters. And I'm pretty excited about it. So just for context, John Cho plays Spike. Alec Hassel plays Vicious. Daniel Pineda plays Faye Valentine. So there is just some star power to the front end of this that is really, really cool. And the pictures look legit. Like it looks like I would imagine like as I remember the cartoon looking. And so I just wanted to share how jacked I am about that coming out. And it's a Netflix property, which makes it even more fun because I can watch all of it all at once, which is just as great. So yeah, just wanted to share that because it's super, super legit. So, gentlemen, thoughts?
Yeah, that looked good. I thought it looked good. I thought it looked accurate. You know, turning the anime into live action, I automatically think of Death Note. And didn't go well. And so like it could go either way when you start trying to play with this. But from the pictures, it looks accurate. It looks like the plot line and the synopsis is like decent enough to carry. Like it looks like it's going to be a good movie. So I'm really
sure.
excited.
For sure, 100%.
I was trying to like place Daniela Pineda, and I did not realize she was from Vampire Diaries and the originals, which are CW shows, which my wife has watched. Because I was like, why do I know this name? So that's rad that she's in this. And of course, John Cho, like he's wonderful. So I'm super pumped to see him in this. I think it's going to be really cool. It's kind of giving me an excuse to go watch Cowboy Bebop now. Before this comes out. It's on, which is funny. The anime series is on Hulu, but the movie's going to be on Netflix, or the series is going to be on Netflix. So
don't go to Hulu. That shit is trash.
Yeah.
That interface.
And it also brings me to the other like anime piece of news, because it's kind of a two-part piece of news. Is we did get our first look at Star Wars Visions, which is anime style Star Wars stories. And dude, that looks fucking legit too. Like that looks awesome. And the only thing I'm gonna say is lightsaber umbrella, because that thing is, all of that looked really, really cool. I appreciated that it was like different styles of anime that looked super cool. So
is
just
that overkill though?
What do you mean?
Yes.
The lightsaber umbrella?
It's 100%
overkill.
They're gonna run into each other at some point.
Okay, that's fine. I just because a lot of people complained about the Kylo Ren saber.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, so umbrella lightsaber. Yeah, it was.
But first thing, the Kylo Ren lightsaber is practical. I just need to get this out of my system. One, it's practical because that guy has seen his family get torn asunder by getting their hands cut off. And you know what this guy did? You know what this enterprising young man did? He said, I'm gonna have a crossguard. I'm not gonna get my hand cut off. Go back and watch the sequel trilogy. Does Kylo Ren get his hand cut off? No. Joke's on them.
But he does die.
Yes, he. Oh, and doesn't he also kill? Doesn't he also kill his dad? So, as far as
whole
he's
family, an awful person. But
as far as his whole family getting torn asunder,
yes,
kind of his own fault.
He is an awful human. But my point remains that he was smart when building his lightsaber.
Kind of like Jeff Bezos.
He's Kylo Ren is the Jeff Bezos of Star Wars. Maybe.
Okay, I want to see some pictures of that. Oh Jesus. But yeah, super cool anime across the board. That both it becoming a live action, and then the things that we love from live action becoming an anime is my news.
Yeah, I'm so hyped for Visions. That's all.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, for our last piece, we are just going to kind of do a quick roundtable on the things we are reading or watching to give some inspiration to the people to follow through on either the second key to our success or to just in general try something new. So I'm going to actually start off with Brian. What are you reading or watching that you want to share with the people?
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to start off with what I'm reading. I'm reading Six of Crows, which is part of the Graciaverse, but essentially it is a heist book, but imagine it's like magicians essentially in this fantasy world. So it's a magician heist. I'm very much enjoying it. I'll pull up the author here, but there's some characters that come back from other books, but you don't really need to read the other books in this universe to understand it. It's by Lee Bardugo, and I highly recommend it. I'm doing it on Audible. I'm really enjoying myself because I love a good heist. Like I know people watch that Rick and Morty episode that's like a heist within a heist, and they're like, "Oh, you like heists?" And it's like, "Yeah, I do. I do like a good heist." So this is just it's a heist, but magic. So
that's true. That's
in any case, Six of Crows. Check it out. That is what I'm currently reading. If we're going to talk about, we're also going to do what we're watching, right?
Yeah, just cover it. Go get into it, Brian.
Great, cool. We just finished Mayor of Easttown. Maggie and I just finished watching Mayor of Easttown. Solid crime thriller. I was not in a place to watch this at the beginning of the year because it was COVID winter, and it was bleak, and I was not ready to watch a murder mystery. Now that it's sunny out, it's like, yes, I would like some darkness.
I can handle that.
So that was excellent, like a solid crime drama. One thing I just want to say, I love short miniseries. Like it gets to the point. There's high quality stuff.
No reason to drag it on.
In and out, you're done. And I don't know if this is because I'm older, but it's like I don't need like a 26 episode order to really flesh out everything. The Flash. I'm looking at you, Flash.
Bad bitch.
Like I don't need that. Just give me 7 episodes of something good and call it a day. So we watched on HBO Max. So it was a little tough rewinding at times, but we got to figure it out. The other thing that I'm watching right now to just kind of like let my mind like relax because it's a very busy time at work for me is She-Ra, the Princess Power on Netflix. It is sweet. I will tell you this, like the first few episodes, I was like, I feel like my eyes are like just eating nerds. Like it's so sugary sweet. But I just started the second season this weekend and it's like, okay, you found your groove now. Like I'm happy to like give you the benefit of the doubt and keep going here. And it's also just my jam. It's like, it's sci-fi meshed with fantasy. So it's very much my thing. So that's what I'm watching right now. How about you all?
Awesome. Marcus, what are you reading? What are you watching?
Watching 2 words. Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah. Jurassic Park. Started watching 1 kind of halfway because I had like company over. So I really wasn't really watching it. But like started watching Jurassic Park and the first thing that came into my head, I was like, damn, this movie still holds up.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Like, God damn, like this Jurassic Park 1, specifically 1, like, and I made it my mission, like this week I plan to start like the trilogies and like watching all the Jurassic Parks over. But damn it, like that first movie really was just a game changer.
Yes.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm going to rewatch that and I'm going to tweet through it if anybody's interested in that.
Oh yeah,
I'm still pushing off my Lord of the Rings series because I'm just afraid of getting into it. Harry Potter gave me such a great experience. I'm afraid of getting into Lord of the Rings and being like, this is either too much or not enough. You know what I mean?
It's going to be too much. It's going to be on the edge of too much, but it is good. I wish I could watch them with you. That's honestly what I wish I could do. I wish I could sit on your couch and watch them with you and at least like be like, no,
walk me through it.
Park. Go get like you can go get.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, that, you know, Brian, you could always watch it and record yourself and be like, Marcus, I'm at this point, Mark. You can go ahead and just get up and get some coffee. You don't really need this part. Well,
you can go get a snack. It's fine. They won't come back.
I also feel like because I watched the Snyder Cut so many times, that I could just persevere right through this and get
That's true. So, you could.
You absolutely could.
You've been doing. It's like you've been training for that marathon. Yeah, you've been training that.
But so that's kind of where I'm at as far as watching things. I'm not a big person who's big into series.
Okay,
it's never. I have never like if I watch a series, it has to be a shorter 10. Like what's the candy one with the animal we watch, Brian? Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth, thank you.
Sweet Tooth, yeah.
Sweet Tooth, I feel like that was perfect.
Yeah.
Sweet Tooth was like perfectly timed. And so I'm not really watching a lot of series or anything. The one series I wish would come back that Netflix, I don't know if they canceled or not, was Lost in Space. I have no idea what happened after the second season. I hope it comes back. I always enjoyed it. So that's kind of where I am. As far as reading, I am not really reading a lot. I'll tell you that. I'm probably going to have to get in the audiobook soon because I just do not have the time to like sit down and read. So
it's tough. It is tough.
Yeah,
it is tough.
I'll do better.
Fun fact about Jurassic Park: Jurassic Park passes the Bechdel test.
No, does it
really?
Yep, 2 women who have a conversation about something other than a man.
Is it the older lady and the younger woman?
Yep.
Talking about
Yep, and they're talking about how to get away from velociraptors, but it counts. So
you also realize the older gentleman in there who started the park is clearly the villain.
100%. He was meddling and shit that he shouldn't have been meddling.
He was playing God, and he shouldn't have been.
Also, the book Jurassic Park is a fantastic read if you're ever curious. It's a little bit darker, and it also paints him in a far worse light.
Yes.
Like he got off light in the movie.
In the movie, he's like a Santa Claus, but like he's just sad. Like his toys didn't work. Like it's just kind of like, oh darn. And in the book, it's just kind of like, I'm going to do this, whether it's good or not. In
the book, it's I stole the technology, and who gives a fuck if it doesn't work? I did it.
Yeah, like I'm doing it. I don't care what you think. It's not Santa Claus.
Very different. He is not a nice person.
No.
So, but yeah, that's great. Awesome. Yeah.
What about you, Doug?
Tell us.
here's what I got. I am reading some comic books as of late.
Love
I am deep into the Darth Vader series via the Marvel Unlimited app. So I am reading a lot about that and that particular character. And y'all, if you have not read this, it is very, very interesting. This period of right after episode 3 ends, but before Rogue One starts, of this period of like him going and hunting down Jedi.
Oh,
and it gets into like, it actually kind of, it's interesting to look at because of the way in which it paints the dark side of the Force, which I think is very interesting. Like we've always kind of joked around that like the dark side of the Force is like, oh, you get to feel things and oh, you get to have emotions and that type of stuff. And we kind of go like, yeah, silly. But this is actively the tone that it takes within the comic of like, oh, no. You just felt things. And it also takes on a lot more of the strife that maybe was there between Palpatine and Vader a little bit of like Palpatine selling Anakin a false bill of goods of like, oh yeah, you can save Padme from death, and then realizing like, oh no, you cannot. And he's kind of going through that now, but super cool. If you have the Marvel Unlimited app, go ahead and read it. If you don't, get it anyway. There's a ton of good shit on there. I just also finished Star Wars Aftermath Book 1.
Oh, I love that.
And that is Brian sold that to me as Nazi Hunters, but Star Wars, and that is exactly what this is.
It is.
So very, very
Good
curious.
recommendation.
Yeah, it sold me 100% when I heard it. So,
oh man, glorious.
So that was really good. I really enjoyed that. I'm excited to listen to book 2. As far as watching, I actually haven't been watching as much lately, just because we've been kind of busy and running around. But I have restarted 30 Rock again, and that is just a fun. It's fun. It's mindless. It's just kind of a wild ride, and it's something I can just kind of turn around and turn my brain off. So it's been really, really great so far. I do have some things on my list of stuff though that I want to start watching. When Marcus and I went to we went to a movie for this podcast down in Sioux City, and it was a Suicide Squad, and we saw a trailer for the Sopranos movie that's coming out.
Yes.
And I told Brittany, I said, we're going to end up starting the Sopranos because I'm very curious about that, and I have not seen it. So I expect to have a report on that the next time we get to news. But yeah, that's what I have popping.
That's awesome.
Gentlemen, anything that you all would like to plug or talk about before we close this bitch up? Hey, awesome. Great. Good work, everybody.
Follow the mantra. Never offended. Always humble. Follow us on Instagram, __ La Mantra. Man, you know what I mean? Who knows what's going to happen? We've been trying to open this store for a while, and we just get pushed back, but that's okay. We persevere nonetheless. Okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the store will be opening soon. There's new music on the way. Still streaming. Soul Tie is going to be dropping soon. It's a whole lot of good vibes. I'm rapping more and enjoying myself. So
yeah,
here we go. So
there you go. Awesome. Brian, what do you got?
Excellent. So check out thelovenerds.com. Everything lifestyle related, whether you're making shirts, you're making a recipe, go check out thelovenerds.com. Also, I'm going to plug my TikTok account at Rogue Roush. The Nerf Hyper Tourney has started. So if you go to the Nerf account, you're going to see me on Team Krissa. And if you can just like those videos, that would do me a solid because we are in the tournament now. The videos are out. So if you're going on TikTok, make sure to go check out that Nerf account and like those videos. You can also find them on my account as well. We're going on the ride here. That is the Nerf Hyper Tourney. So thank you everybody for your support, especially Marcus and Doug, who I've been talking to about this like week in and week out of the experience of it. So I just want to give a shout out to them. They've been amazing support structures for me.
This is a supportive environment. This is another reason to join. This leads into what I'm plugging, but this is another reason to join the Patty family because this is not just a matter of like, oh man, yeah, come help us do the stuff. We give that support right back to you in kind words and affirmations whenever we can. But Brian, we got you, and you are crushing it over there on TikTok. Didn't it ask you the other day, like how many people you wanted to send your video to?
No, that was a joke. That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
I promise. No, that was a joke, but it's I was making a joke about some of the content I make. It's like I'm gonna really well research this, and it'll get like 10 views, and then I'll do something really dumb, and it feels like the app is like, how many thousand people do you want this to go to? Because everyone's gonna
That's
see
very
dumb
true.
stuff. So
That's funny. That's really
yeah,
funny.
that algorithm, it's wild. So
It is wild.
It's fun times.
Well, good work, Brian. We love
Well,
we love
shucks,
that
thank
shit.
you.
What I have is to become a subscribing member of our Patreon. You get to weekly video access, live stream access. So head over to patreon.com/films in black and white to check us out there. Gentlemen, we have a 3-step.
I was talking this whole time, but I muted myself. I was saying that, Brian, I actually, if I didn't like the shit, I would have I wouldn't watch it. But my mic was muted the whole time.
I appreciate it.
Yes. And I was like, what the fuck?
What is happening?
Nobody's
No one's
reacting to
saying-
me.
Why isn't Roush saying
Nobody's
anything
giving
to
me attention. What's happening?
No, we just moved on. We
muted.
didn't mean to leave you in the background. But gentlemen, we have a 3-step process to success. Brian, take us off to that first step.
Hey folks, we shared what we're reading. Read a book just a little bit. Marcus already talked about it. He recognized it. He's like, you know what? I'm going to try an audiobook. Try to do that. Or just read a little bit. Any little bit counts. Read a book.
For sure. Absolutely. Marcus, what's our second step to success?
Second step to success is you got to drink some water. Okay, got to drink some water. It was hot today, and it's only doing little bouts of rain. Like it'll rain for like 2 minutes, and then it'll stop.
Make it more fucking humid.
Yeah, and it's like sticky outside. You know what I mean? You got to drink water because what you consume is what comes out of your pores.
That's
so
true.
If all you drinking is Mountain Dew and smoking blacks, your piss probably smells like electricity. So you should
probably it could power a small boat.
For sure.
Gentlemen, the last step is look. It's 8 million degrees in my apartment, and if you think I'm not washing my ass when my AC is out, you're joking. I'm absolutely getting up in it. I'm getting up in it twice a day. Once to get ready for the day, and once to cool off at the end of the day.
That's aggressive.
But that's how much I take this shit seriously. Look, you don't need to be a Jake Gyllenhaal about this. Okay,
No.
You don't need to just say, let the dirt go wherever the dirt goes. Just wash your ass. It's important. And also wash your legs.
Wash your legs.
The
please.
water running down your legs does not count as wash.
No, you need to scrub it, please.
It does not.
Wash your legs.
Wash your legs and wash your feet. Just wash. Just wash
and
yourself.
have a separate rag for your ass and your face.
Yes,
because some of y'all are still using one rag, and that's a problem.
Right. I mean, if you want to no rag it and just use the bar of soap for everywhere on your body except your ass, that's fine. But you need a rag, at least one. At least one. Brian is actively upset. Actively
disgusted. Abhorrent.
That has been this week's episode of Films in Black and White. We thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back next week. It's a movie review next week, and we are letting our audience pick our movie. So if you all have a say, or if you're a member of our Patreon family, you go ahead and drop it into the page what you would like us to watch. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy that Spider-Man trailer, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
Finally, Jesus.